Hello again, what's up, YouTube world? It's your girl Dana Monet, and I'm here to recap season 9 of The Voice. It has been the conclusion of the blind auditions. Now, before we get into the auditions for night 5, the blind auditions for night 5, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to my hometown girl that is still in the competition, Naja Nicole. She actually had a show in Wilmington, Delaware, where I'm from, at World Cafe Live, the Queen, and she did a very, very great job. I hadn't never seen her live before, so I didn't know what to expect, but I was very pleasantly surprised. I got to get up on the mic for 2 seconds or so while she was singing I Wanna Be Down. So I was like, I wanna be down with what you're going through. So I got my life for a couple seconds, but she had a nice little mixture of covers and originals that she did, and had a great band, and it was a really good time. So shout out to Naja Nicole, and I just wanted to, let y'all know about that. Now, back into The Voice. Now, night 5, in my personal opinion, everybody doesn't agree, and I saw on blogs people said that a lot of the best talent was on night 5 or whatever. You know, it wasn't my favorite night of the blind auditions. It was kind of boring to me until the second hour. And the second hour, I believe, is when most of the people that I liked were shown. And I only had three favorites comparing to, some of the other day. Well, night 3, I had the least amount of favorites. I only had two favorites because everybody was country, but compared to a lot of the other weeks. So I'm going to discuss my favorites, but I did want to state that there are two Dustins that are on the show. There's a Dustin C and a Dustin M. I prefer the Dustin M, who was on Team Adam. He had like the tattoos, white guy with the tattoos, and he sang that Bright Light song. And, he had a nice voice. He wasn't necessarily one of the people that I started my favorite, but I think that song isn't necessarily the best song for blind audition because there was a lot of space in between the singing. But, whatever. But anyway, going into the people that I liked, Shelby. Now, she's a country girl. She has that country voice, but she could sing. Like, I really, really liked her voice. And it's Stars. She sang the song Stars, and that's one of the songs, I can't look at the stars. That's one of those songs that, it's easy for somebody who is country to sing that song because I feel like it has a little bit of that twang in it anyway. Cree Harrison sang that song on American Idol a couple years back, and also I think Ben Bradley, and they were all country singers. Also, somebody who sang that song was Amanda Brown from The Voice. She wasn't a country singer, but I heard a lot of country singers sing that, and it could very well be a country song. But she had a very, very big, powerful voice. Everybody thought she was going to choose Team Blake, and she was like from Alabama and the whole nine, and she ended up going to Adam, and Adam has a pretty solid team. So that's Shelby. I really, really like her voice, and I'm interested to see what she can do because she does have a big voice. The next person was Amy, and she went to Team Pharrell, and I think somebody mentioned she kind of had this Pocahontas type of look to her, and she does, and she has this like quiet, way about her, and I'm hoping that maybe she'll sing like some Sade or something down the line. But she said her influences, like she liked Billie Holiday, and I did hear that kind of old school flair in her voice. She sang Dream a Little Dream. I don't actually know that song, but it was something about when she was just singing, and I was like, I kind of like her. I don't know if I'm gonna like her in the lives because that's not necessarily like my type of voice per se, but I liked it enough for her to be one of my favorites tonight. And maybe she can do, different things. She kind of has that Nora Jones-esque quality. Does Sade not clear songs for these reality singing competitions? Because nobody ever sings Sade. So let's, sing a little bit of that, please. Thank you. And the last person that I really liked was, I don't know if this is true or not, but I'm going to put this in air quotes, the last person to audition, the last contestant to audition out of everybody who was auditioning for The Voice, because Pharrell could not find what he wanted. And he had these people here for hours. People had stuff to do, people had to go to the bathroom, so people kind of had stuff to do. So Pharrell was taking his good old time, and I kind of can commend him for that because he's looking for something, special. He's not trying to just pick anybody just to pick them to, fill his team. At the same time, it's like, you know, I don't know, but whatever. But he took a long time, but he finally picked Sydney, who sang a song called Photograph. And what struck me about her voice is that she opened up with this very nice, rich, low register. And I am a sucker for a good low register. I love women who have a good low register, like last season with Corinne and India. That is very appealing to me. And I was like, oh, she's doing like the whole first verse like that. Like, yes, ma'am. So I actually really, really liked her. And there was another girl that I liked on that episode that actually didn't get any chairs to turn, and I was kind of upset. She was like the little pint-sized girl with the white on, and she had the blonde hair, and she was like 15 years old, and I forget what she sang, but she had a very, very, very nice voice. I think she sang that Ellie Goulding song, Anything Could Happen. I think that she sang that, but she had a very, very nice voice, and she was on key, and she was doing some nice stuff with her voice, like, and her falsetto. I don't know. It was very, very nice, and I was really surprised. I mean, I think that Pharrell was the only one left, and I knew that she wasn't going to get chosen because when she was performing, it was about 9:20, and he was the only person that didn't have artists. So I was like, she's not going to get chosen because, you know, it's not the end of the show. Whereas when Sydney went on, everybody knew that he was going to turn for her because it was about 9:52. So, I mean, we figure these things out, people. We already know. But, I really wish that she would have maybe sung earlier in the day because I don't know. I think that she should have been on there. But she's one of those people that, they say that she's going to come back and, she's going to get a four-chair turn and you know how those things go. But they showed her for a reason this season because they want her to be somebody that's going to come back. So, yeah, I didn't actually write her name down because I only had the people like, that actually made it through. So I don't remember her name. You guys know who I'm talking about. And if I figure out her name, I'll put it in the little description box. So that concludes the blind auditions. And as I said last week, I do not watch the best of the blinds because you can go on YouTube for that. So didn't watch that last night. But that is the end of the blind auditions. Thank God. Battles start next week. So I'm really, really, really excited about the battles. And I like Pharrell's mentor because he got Missy Elliott in the house. So excited for that. But I did just want to discuss my dream team, my top 12. Like if I was a coach on The Voice, these would be the people that I would want on my team. Because I know that app only lets me pick 5 and, it is what it is. So I don't want you guys getting confused about who I like because I like a lot more than 5 people. So Naja Nicole, who is my hometown sister, she sang Tightrope. Sienna, I think I was pronouncing her name Sina or something last week. She's a little pint-sized girl with the braces that sang Fever. The more I watch her performance, the more I'm like, yes, ma'am. So yes, Mark Hood sang Use Me, very, very charismatic, had a lot of energy. He was just, I'm really dying to see what he would do in the live shows. I really think he should make it to the live shows. Ivan Acero, she sang Style by Taylor Swift. Also had glasses and braces. Really, really like her voice. Ellie Lawrence, she sang that We Don't Have to Take Our Clothes Off. I don't think I'll ever forget her because the song choice that she chose was so like out the box. And I really actually like the rasp in her voice. And I think that she has blue hair. Yes, she has blue hair. Jordan Smith, who sang Chandelier. He was the mystery auditioner. And actually, the more I listen to him, the more I like it more and more and more. I was like, damn, that boy could sing. So yes, him. Lindsay Elm, she sang I Know You Lied, my lips are moving, but she did her own arrangement of that. She didn't sing it that fast, but the more I listen to that, the more I like it. All these people, the more I listen to it, the more I like their auditions. Darius Scott sang You Make Me Wanna, put a whole bunch of runs in there, but they were great runs, and he, he executed them flawlessly, all of them. And, kudos to Darius Scott. Love him. Victor Corrali, who I said last week sang A Song for You by Donny Hathaway. He did not. He sang What's Going On by Marvin Gaye. So correcting that. And the more I listen to him, I really love his voice. These foreigners, they love some soul. I mean, I know he was born in New York, but he moved to Hungary. Like, he's Hungarian. Anyway, foreigners love soul. We know this. Okay. Evan McKeel, who at first sang that song Typical, got all four chairs to turn, and then Pharrell got him singing Overjoyed, and that's kind of when I fell in love with him. But even after I watched his audition again, I liked him singing that song Typical as well. But that Overjoyed, that gets me. So, yes, like him a lot. Amy, who just was on night 5, she sang The Dream a Little Dream. I like her. I like her a lot. I'm not necessarily into the quiet singers, as I said earlier, but it's something about her. I don't know. I just really like her. And Shelby, who sang Stars. I mean, she has a very, very powerful voice. And I gave an honorable mention to Sydney, who was the last audition for the blind auditions, because I really, really like her a lot. And if somebody screws up in the battles, then she'd be the one I keep. So that's my personal dream team. If I had a personal top 12 that was going to lot, that's who it would be. And it wouldn't matter what teams. Notice I didn't say what teams, they're on, because I mean, it doesn't really matter to me. I just, I like who I like. But I have somebody from, I believe, every team. But I don't think that any of the people in my top 12 are on Team Blake. Oh, no, Naja Nicole's on Team Blake. Okay, so there's one person on Team Blake. That's it. Everybody else is divvied up between Pharrell, Gwen, and Adam. And really doesn't matter to me. You know, may the best person win. So that concludes my discussion of The Voice. And it was a lot shorter because it was only one night of blind auditions, but we about to get into it next week with the battles, where I will be discussing who I liked in the battles, who I thought should have won the battles, and if I thought that that person should have been stolen. So if they weren't stolen. So I'm very, very, very excited about that. I get really excited once the blinds are over because they take forever. So until next time, I will see ya.